Shaquille O'Neal, when he starts getting that little smile on his face, he knows that he's got the ball where he wants it and that nobody can stop him.
In the paint, can't stop him there.
Agile, mobile, and starting to become hostile.
Footwork, jump shots, power.
Shaquille O'Neal, one of the most dominant forces in the history of the NBA, is known for his size, power, and unrivaled presence on the basketball court. Standing 7 feet 1 inch tall and weighing over 300 pounds during his prime, O'Neal's physicality allowed him to overwhelm opponents, often making it seem as though there was no way to stop him. Throughout his career, Shaq delivered countless performances that left fans in awe and defenders helpless. Here, we're going to revisit the 10 most dominant performances of Shaquille O'Neal's career, moments when his sheer power, skill, and basketball IQ made him an unstoppable force. These performances didn't just leave a mark on the record books. They changed the way the game was played and cemented O'Neal as one of the greatest players in NBA history. One, 61 points versus the Los Angeles Clippers, 2000. On March 6, 2000, Shaquille O'Neal put on one of the most dominant performances of his career in a game against the Los Angeles Clippers. Scoring 61 points, O'Neal set a personal best for points in a game, while also grabbing 23 rebounds. His performance was a showcase of everything that made him so dangerous. His combination of size, skill, and power was simply too much for the Clippers to handle. Shaq was efficient that night, shooting 24 of 35 from the field, and he controlled the game both offensively and defensively. The Clippers had no answer for him in the post, and Shaquille seemed to score at will. The performance also helped the Lakers solidify their position as one of the top teams in the league. This game remains a testament to Shaq's ability to dominate every aspect of the game, showcasing the true nature of his destructive play. Two, 61 points versus the New Orleans Hornets, 2005. While Shaquille O'Neal's days with the Los Angeles Lakers were defined by championship runs, his time with the Miami Heat was just as impressive. In a game against the New Orleans Hornets on March 2, 2005, O'Neal had another iconic performance, scoring 61 points and grabbing 18 rebounds. This game was significant because it marked the first time O'Neal had scored 60 points in a Heat uniform, and it was a clear reminder that despite his age, Shaq was still a dominant force in the league. He was unstoppable in the post, scoring efficiently in the paint, and even knocking down free throws with a level of consistency that was rare for a big man of his size. What made this performance even more impressive was that O'Neal wasn't just dominating with his physicality. He also displayed impressive footwork and basketball IQ, scoring in various ways that kept defenders guessing. It was a vintage Shaq performance that reminded the league of his greatness. Three. 33 points and 15 rebounds in Game 1 of the 2000 NBA Finals. In the 2000 NBA Finals, Shaquille O'Neal made an immediate statement in Game 1 against the Indiana Pacers. In a dominating performance, O'Neal scored 33 points, grabbed 15 rebounds, and blocked 4 shots. The Pacers had no answer for him as he bullied his way through the paint, overwhelming defenders like Rick Smits and Jermaine O'Neal with his strength and size. What was most impressive about this performance was that Shaq did not need to be the most efficient player to dominate. He simply overpowered the Pacers' front court, taking whatever he wanted on the inside. His ability to score in the paint, as well as his dominance on the glass, made it clear that the Pacers would have a tough time in the series. This performance set the tone for the Lakers' championship run, and it was an early indication that Shaq was ready to claim his first Finals MVP. His ability to dominate in the biggest moments of his career was one of the defining aspects of his legacy. 4. 44 points and 22 rebounds versus the New Jersey Nets, 2002. In Game 2 of the 2002 NBA Finals, Shaquille O'Neal put together one of the most dominating performances in NBA Finals history. Against the New Jersey Nets, O'Neal posted 44 points and 22 rebounds, completely controlling the paint on both ends of the floor. His dominance on the boards and ability to finish around the rim were on full display, and the Nets had no answer for his physicality. Shaq's 44-point, 22-rebound game was a true masterpiece. His dominance was not just about scoring, but also about controlling the tempo of the game. Shaquille O'Neal was a nightmare for the Nets' defense, and they were forced to foul him often in an attempt to slow him down. His free throw shooting, while not great, was enough to keep the Nets from exploiting the one weakness in his game. This performance helped the Lakers take a commanding 2-0 series lead, and they would go on to win the series and claim their third consecutive championship. 5. 55 points and 11 rebounds versus the Detroit Pistons, 2000. One of Shaquille O'Neal's most dominant performances came during the 2000 regular season, when he dropped 55 points and grabbed 11 rebounds against the Detroit Pistons on February 4. This performance was a complete display of O'Neal's offensive game. He was unstoppable in the paint, dominating the Pistons' big men and asserting his will on the game. Shaq shot 24 of 35 from the field, and although the Pistons tried to double-team him, they simply could not slow him down. He scored in a variety of ways, using his post moves, alley-oops, and even knocking down free throws when necessary. This game was a statement performance that showed Shaq was on another level, even during a regular season game. At the time, O'Neal's dominant play was taking the Lakers to new heights, and his ability to carry a team offensively was a key reason why they were considered championship contenders. This 55-point game was a precursor to the kind of performances that would follow in the playoffs and finals. 6. 41 points and 17 rebounds in Game 7 of the 2000 Western Conference Finals. In the deciding Game 7 of the 2000 Western Conference Finals against the Portland Trail Blazers, Shaquille O'Neal delivered a Herculean performance, scoring 41 points and grabbing 17 rebounds. His presence in the paint was undeniable, and the Blazers had no answer for him as he carried the Lakers to an 89-84 victory. O'Neal was dominant from the start, and his relentless attack in the post wore down Portland's defense. As the game progressed, Shaq's physicality became too much for the Blazers to handle, especially in the fourth quarter when he scored 10 points and grabbed key rebounds to help seal the win. His performance in this game was critical in sending the Lakers to the NBA Finals, where they would go on to claim their first championship in 12 years. 7. 40 points and 20 rebounds in Game 3 of the 2004 NBA Finals.
Lakers trainer Gary Vitti before the game, he told me that part of Karl Malone's pregame preparation was a machine that injected medications at intervals.
In the 2004 NBA Finals, Shaquille O'Neal delivered another dominant performance against the Detroit Pistons in Game 3. Despite the Lakers' eventual loss in the series, Shaq put up 40 points and 20 rebounds, reminding everyone of his incredible skill and dominance in the paint. This game was a rare performance from Shaq, where he was able to display his power while also showcasing his impressive touch around the basket. Even though the Lakers lost the series, this game showed that Shaq was still one of the most dominant players in the NBA, even in his 12th season. 8. 31 points and 17 rebounds in Game 1 of the 2006 NBA Finals. In the 2006 NBA Finals, Shaquille O'Neal once again proved his dominance, this time with the Miami Heat. In Game 1 of the Finals against the Dallas Mavericks, O'Neal posted 31 points and 17 rebounds, leading the Heat to a 92-84 victory. The performance was a textbook example of Shaq's dominance in the post and on the boards. His size and strength overpowered the Mavericks, and he controlled the game in the paint. This victory set the tone for the series, and it was clear that O'Neal's dominance would be a major factor in the Heat's eventual championship victory. 9. 31 points, 11 rebounds, and 2 blocks in Game 6 of the 2000 NBA Finals. In Game 6 of the 2000 NBA Finals, Shaquille O'Neal had yet another dominant performance, scoring 31 points, grabbing 11 rebounds, and blocking 2 shots. This was the game that sealed the Lakers' first championship since 1988 and solidified O'Neal's claim as one of the NBA's most dominant players. Shaq's size and strength overwhelmed the Pacers' defense, and he was able to score at will in the post. His performance in Game 6 capped off a finals run where he was named Finals MVP, and it was a fitting end to a series in which O'Neal showed why he was the most dominant player in the NBA at that time. 10. 40 points and 12 rebounds versus the Phoenix Suns, 2003.
I'm shaking. We're not worried about the Sacramento Queens. I'm so terrified. In Sacramento, there's enough tissues for everyone.
In a game against the Phoenix Suns on April 2, 2003, Shaquille O'Neal dominated the court with 40 points and 12 rebounds. Shaq displayed his power and skill around the basket, using his signature post moves to score at will against the Suns' defense. His 40-point performance was a reminder that even later in his career, Shaq was still an unstoppable force when he was fully engaged. His ability to dominate the paint and grab key rebounds was a constant theme throughout his career, and this game was a perfect example of how he could still carry a team offensively when needed.
Write it down, take a picture, send it to them. I don't care. They're a great WNBA team. I'm scared.
Shaquille O'Neal's career was filled with unforgettable performances that showcased his physical dominance, basketball IQ, and ability to control a game. Whether it was his scoring, rebounding, or defense, O'Neal proved time and time again that he was one of the most powerful players the NBA has ever seen. These 10 performances represent the pinnacle of his dominance and remind us of why Shaq will always be remembered as one of the greatest players in NBA history.